Hi there, this is Kevin Foch with Left Turn Creative again. I'm going to take you through retouching an image for a cover, for a possible cover. This was just shot. We still don't know if it's going to be used for a cover or not. The client was kind of so-so on her look, but by the time I showed them the retouched image, they were thinking again about using this. So the first thing I'll do here is I'm going to zoom in, just kind of see what we got to work with here. And if you see, she's got some blemishes and stuff. I don't really like this area around her mouth here, and then her mouth kind of is shaped like a frown. She's got a kind of a thin upper lip, and I think she's got a weak chin. So first thing let's do, let's just clean up around her just clean up her complexion, I guess. So let's go ahead and get a larger brush. Way too large. Even too large yet. And we'll option click here. And let's just kind of go around and take out some spots here where there's some slight blemishes. Change the size again. I like to use a little bit bigger brush when I'm doing the retouching like this, and I use a Wacom pad, and that way if I want a larger area I just press harder because it's pressure sensitive, and if I want a smaller area I just barely touch. This way I'm not going back and forth to change brush sizes all the time. So you can see I'm just kind of going around and cleaning up some of the pimples, stuff around her mouth. It's got a few things here, and okay, on this I'm going to use the wrong tool. Use the patch tool here, and I'm just going to pull out the area around here, and so you can see it's already improving the shot just by doing what we're doing. Okay, now I'm going to use the under eye tool, and a little bit bigger brush here. I'm just going to kind of work out that highlight a little bit, soften that, and then I'm also going to go underneath her chin here, kind of soften up that edge there a little bit. I think it needs just a little softening there under her eyes. Okay, let's go ahead and back out here and see what we got going. Okay, we're looking pretty good. I'm going to actually bump up the contrast here just a little bit. Just bring up the blacks so you can see that helps a lot there. Okay, we're looking good. Okay. And let's come back up now. I'm going to use a lasso tool now, and I'm just going to kind of go around the edge of her face here because we're going to soften up these her skin complexion a little bit. Now I'm going to use the Imagenomic on this. We've got our own softening, but this is a commercial job, so I'm going to actually use the Imagenomic on this. I like what it does. I'm going to take it to the default setting and turn off the skin tone mask. Click OK. And there you go. Deselect. And we're looking pretty good there. Let's go ahead and whiten her eyes. And if you see here, I'm using the Touch Flow Retouch palette. I had this designed just for my retouching. I do, a lot of the retouching in the studio, so I had it designed specifically for me. And then a couple of photographer friends of mine saw it and were like, they wanted it, so it's now available for sale. And let's go ahead and whiten the teeth a little bit. Just lighten those up, and we're looking pretty good. There's a couple hairs here. Let's go ahead and they got some of those loose hairs here. Boom. Boom. Oops. There. Okay, that's looking better. Now if you look Like I said before, she's got a weak chin. Her mouth kind of points down, thin upper lip. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the rectangular marquee tool and just select that area we're going to work on. And the reason you do this is if you do the whole image, it's going to take a lot more computing power. It's going to slow you down, where if you just select the area that you want to work on, it's a lot faster. So I'm going to hit the Fatomatic, which takes you to the Liquify tool. And this, I'm going to grab the move tool there. This is way too big. I don't know what I was doing with this before. Way too big still. And I'm just going to kind of take the corner of her mouth and move it up a little bit. You already see that kind of changes her whole look of her face. Let's use the bloat tool. A little bit bigger brush on this one. Whoa, way too much. And oops, that's too far. Let's go backwards here a couple steps. That's too far. Just barely. That's even a little too far. That's the thing with the Liquify brush. You can definitely go too far in a hurry. So there we go. Yeah, still too far. Let's take this down a little bit. This is kind of good because you can see, you know, it's kind of a trial and error sometimes. Okay, that's better. Now, I'm going to make her chin a little bit bigger too. A little too much there. And I'm going to actually just pull it down just a little tiny bit. Let's click OK. And let me go ahead and zoom out here and I can show you what we've done with that. So zoom in here. Okay, there is where we ended up before we did the Liquify, and there is the after. Let me deselect that. So before, after, before, after. Huge difference. And what did this take me? About 2-3 minutes to do this. So it doesn't take a lot. Now if they do decide they want to use this, they'll probably drop in a different color anyway, so this won't matter, but I'll clean up on her neck and all that. But for now, that's all they need to see. They can put their masthead above here, they can drop in their gutters over here with the type, and we're good. So once again, this is Kevin with Left Turn Creative. We have tons of extra tips and stuff on the site if you want to check around, and you can also download our trials of our different software. Okay, thanks.